Hey, Gabox here. So, sadly, this is going to be my last MLB The Show video for this year, at least to the best of my knowledge. I may have said that before I took my 2-month break off of it, but I'll get to why I came back in a second. But we all know Madden's coming out, and I gotta shift over because that is my main game. That's what people find me for. That's my first love, my main love. But I will say Diamond Dynasty did a lot of great things this year. And it sucks because I think that Thursday content, the 20th, which they're going to try and keep people on from getting Madden, is going to be huge. I think it's going to be, pretty well loved. Generally, these games do kind of compete against each other with player base. I don't know what percentage of this player base will be switching over to Madden, but however much it is, if it's a quarter, if it's a tenth, I don't know. But I kind of want to give my thoughts on the game this year. The patch that brought me back was the swing feedback patch. And let's just start from there. What brought me back? Like, you guys saw that video a few months prior. I made World Series in the first season. I was going well. I really haven't played a whole lot of ranks since that time. I think end of the year, 41-3. So like, it's okay, right? I did okay in rank this year, but I think what brought me back was that patch, because when it showed me the feedback, I was able to accurately see, and this is huge. This is why communication is so important with the gamers. I was able to see players have holes in their swing. You guys saw this during the Babe Ruth review. If you're slightly behind the ball, even if you have it centered up, if it's kind of like towards middle in, you're going to hit a weak line out, a fly out to center field. And once I understand that flaw and I can see, I'm like, okay, now I know it's consistently bad. Even though that shouldn't be in the game, I can understand and I can get less frustrated because I just know it's a thing that happens. And this is kind of like, I don't know if it's made me better overall, like thinker, but like it's allowed me to accept the flaws with this game and kind of just chalk it up. There is flaws with the game. It's not perfect. It's overall a good game, but I hope this helps me grow as a human. It helps me in Madden, seeing those flaws, and there are many. There always are. Just like chalk it up. That's how the game plays. So that's that. Okay. What brought me back was that patch. Now I want to go through the things this year, and you guys, I've talked about this a lot. Like, this is the common issues, so I'm going to go through them quickly. Obviously, pitching, sinkers need to be balanced next year. There's no reason it needs to be meta year after year after year. I think for the last 3 years, pitches with sinkers are just great. Like this Oral Hershiser card just literally causes issues because it looks like, his other pitches a curveball. I guess I've only pitched 7 innings with this Prestige, but it's phenomenal. So that needs to be changed. And I do think, like, with pitching, there's a lot of frustration around balls hanging, even though you have good input. So hopefully they can update that. Update the pitches overall so that they more, like, maybe balance them in usage, make them look more like IRL stuff. Like, two-seamers maybe have more horizontal movement. Sinkers sink well at the bottom, but not the top of the zone. So maybe there should be an outlier for breaking pitches. Catcher framing needs to come into the game, in my opinion, to allow, like, pitches on the on the edge that maybe where the line intersects the ball, that maybe the better the pitcher frame, the less it has. If the ball's outside of the zone, it should be a ball no matter what. But if it like catches a little bit of the zone, if you have a high pitch framing catcher, maybe get a strike there to help out your pitching staff. So that is one thing with pitching. I do think it is a hitting year, right? Remember, like, look at my ranked seasons, just my average, 348 in ranked. And that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of a little bit lower than what some of the cards I've gotten lately. Like Mike Trout, 462 with him. Earlier in the year, I think my average is sank. I think a little bit of this sank too, 407 with this one. 429 with Walker. But I have played a few on the All-Star for the events. I guess Babe Ruth hasn't been hitting for me well. Hornsby, 478 with him. Just Jim Tomey's like a cheat card, 444. At least against righties. Lefty, he does suck a little bit. But anyways, it is a hitting year, right? Remember when we were all averaging, like, I was one of the better hitters online, and I was averaging like 270 in MLB The Show 18. So while it's a hitting year, it's not bad. I just wish it was a little bit less like base hits around the edges of the PCI and more towards the center, right? I think perfects, they should up the rate at which they're successful, go up to 95% versus 85%. So that way it's really rare when you get screwed over versus, not as rare, just kind of rare. So I think that is like kind of the biggest issue and problem with the game, but like a lot of people say that's baseball, right? Is like if you're playing, say, a role-playing game, right? And you go against your opponent, and they just keep critting on you, and they crit. How annoying is that they can beat you due to the random crits? You see this in WoW, and people are angry at that in PvP there. So, like, it is what it is. People can crit against you. What critical strikes, for those who don't know, you can just look it up. And they can get base hits while you get, like, weak hits. You get, like, uncrits, or, like, you roll 1 out of your D20 for all your D&D players. And it's a frustrating experience, and I don't know how they change that, but I do think it would be kind of cooler to get it where the closer it is to the center, the better your timing. the better it does overall. And I think perfect perfects are a great thing that they added this year. Probably one of the best things they've added in this game in a long time. So that really helped out the gameplay. But hitting, I think the feedback window is great. Maybe they can keep going more. It's tough because I don't get to see both of them at once, right? It'd be kind of cool to see both hitting windows at once. You know, the meme about good okay? We no longer could see, like, you know, the okay part about it because it flashes there for a second and the next pitch is coming, right? We can't really react in time to see how good, if it was a good out. And it's still frustrating, but we just don't see it, so it's hard to complain about it anymore. So it is kind of annoying at time playing the game, especially with high stakes there, with perfect flyouts and kind of like the RNG that can not go in your favor. Fielding, pop balls. I've still seen Larry Walker in like what 2 out of 3 games in a row. I had him with his diamond fielding get a bad animation hit off his glove. Like it was 2 out of 3 event games. So it's like event games, I don't care. And I think events, getting off topic from fielding, is the best thing in this game, right? Quick games, 10 minutes in and out, either 3 innings, 6 innings with quick counts. Make me get in. Like it adds on with the prestiges and the content, which made this game so much more fun to me. Being able to like chase prestiges and kind of grind that kind of stuff in events and have more of a fun type of time, right? I finished a few of them. Mike Trout, I'm at I guess halfway for some of them, a little less than that for others, but no, I think prestiges, one of the best additions to Ultimate Team modes in, you know, maybe forever, right? This shit's just addicting. I got Bellinger, but he's got like some more to go, so I don't really have him fully done. But like, yeah, great job. Keep up with the innovation going forward to next year. Obviously, I'm not going to be creating content, but I'll still be playing this game. Probably not as much over the next coming months with Madden here, but I love it. Interacting with the wall and fielding is still a little wonky, and then better control of outfields. Like I feel like there's not enough like outfields. I feel like should be like more like human joystick, where if I want to go right, it shouldn't be like, you know, that much of a delay between me hitting right and him starting up right. And then like if I want to go left, it shouldn't take like a whole second, it feels like, to go back left. So I do feel like the control in the outfield is too wonky. Players don't really maneuver or cut directions like they would if they want to change in real life. I think more control over your avatar, the better a game is. Base running, I think base running still needs to be improved. Oftentimes I don't even see what base they're going to on the base. So it's just like, oh, what mystery base is he going to settle at here? I got to like click on him specifically. L1 base running still has a lot of frustrating moments because a guy will go to an occupied base. There's no reason, if I'm hitting L1, there's no reason guys should be ending up at the same base. That's frustrating, right? If a guy's past the base and you're holding L1 and they let it go, then like go back to the base, you're like, wait, but I wanted you to go to the next one. There's a guy behind you. Now you're going to end up at the same base and it's frustrating. Content. I think they did a really bad job with the pitcher stamina this year. That change that they just went through was a real two-head move. It was not smart to bring you basically... Nolan Ryan just pitched 8 innings, so it makes sense that he's really low. But, like, it didn't make sense to me to bring him down to half stamina if they quit after an inning or two. Like, the thing is, like, all right, here's their thinking. Like, all right, so we're going to launch the game with a 98 overall pitcher and a 99 overall pitcher that everybody's going to get for free. But then we're going to launch with low 90 overall closers and relievers. And then all of a sudden they're so surprised that relievers who don't even have full stamina, that for some reason they don't give them the full stamina. I don't know why would you give them the whole stamina bar but not give them the whole thing? Like, there's no mode that they use all their stamina in. Anyways. So, yeah. Starters are going to be more effective in this game. Oh my god, we're surprised people using starters out of the pen instead of the relievers, who one who are way less overall, and two don't actually pitch to the maximum effectiveness because their stamina isn't there, and they don't regenerate like the starters would. So like they're way less effective, and they can't go as long. They get tired after like 10 pitches. But starters have good sinkers, which is the meta pitch. Let's just give a sinker to everybody then. That's a solution? Or like, let's just make starters really tired. I think it's a real two-head move to do that. Instead, just bring out well-balanced relievers against starters, and you won't have this problem. They dug it. I was like, here's the problem with content, right? Like, I think the perfect card this year, right? The absolute perfect card. I don't know if I own them, but this was the best content all year. I guess we could say like Sandoval. I was going to use the 94 chipper. But these cards that come out, I'm sure it's a prime card, that are just like 1 year, that are like low to mid 90s, this shit's perfect. This Miguel Cabrera, this shit's amazing. Gotta do more like this and for longer, right? If you're going to start you can bring out like a Miguel Cabrera card like they're doing, and then they bring out a later end, bring them out in like, November. So that way we do like a slow grind. But it was like, if you bring out cards day one that are 99 overalls, and then you're like, all right, now we're going to do the rest of them 90 overalls. You're like, okay. It's kind of a weird build, right? Because you're just going to try and spam as many 99 overalls at them as possible because the rest of the cards are so underpowered. So I want next year more balance in the content like that. And I will say they've done a good job on content. They release, I will say their content release is relevant cards. Obviously, they don't release as much content as Madden, but they're all relevant and all basically usable. I say basically, not everything's usable, but a good portion of content is, unlike Madden, which brings a lot of unusable content, so it's like a waste. So I think they've done a good job, but yeah, I would definitely suggest maybe going a little slower during the season and releasing a lot of, like, I wanted to see like a Babe Ruth card that would be like maybe one of his years early on, his pitcher's like a 94 overall card, or maybe like a Jimmy Fox, a Honest Wagner, any of these cards in here. Right, Rollins got this treatment where he got a low 90s, now he's got a 99. But more of that, so you don't have to switch to 99 so soon. The inning program was great. The inning programs are great. This inning program was kind of boring to me. None of these, like, it's a good time to end because 7th inning was just kind of whatever, these 3 names to me. But I'm not a White Sox, Washington, or Washington fan. So, content. Balance it out next year. And then, like, you can kind of see these things coming. Do not give us another 99 overall Clayton Kershaw, Kluber right away that dominates the meta for months because the batters we're getting are significantly less than that. Please and thank you. Please. So I do like the starters out of the pen, though, option, but I just think with better balance going forward, with relievers that actually can stay in a little bit longer, starters maybe won't be used as much. So, Yeah. That's why one of the things, events were great to change up the lineups. Events were great to prestige. Like I said, I'd love an event that was like that, either all-star event, like Hall of Fame with quick pitches to prestige pitchers, or 3-inning all-star events with every single player were the best ones, right? Those were amazing this year to prestige cards. Not necessarily, it could be either the moonshot or the, I like every single card, so every single starter would have been cool too. So that is really neat. The events, like, right away were okay, but then recently, oh my god, I loved them. I grabbed so many of them. I got 9 in this one left for the final reward too. And yeah, maybe we'll go for that. I've been pretty lucky in those Ducks in the Pond packs. But anyways, that's kind of my thought on the year. Overall, like, those are the complaints, but like, I don't talk about as much what the game did good. Overall, it was a really good game. I thought Diamond Dynasty is just getting better year over year. The content was great, even though I disagree with the Trout choice for this. I mean, he's performing well, but that's all I gotta say about that. Mickey Mantle, phenomenal legend. Please bring more legends in the next year. Obviously, Roberto Clemente is one of my dreams to bring in because I'm a Pirates fan and super biased towards them. So, yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Keep doing you, SDS. Whether you're listening to this or not, probably not. But I just want to kind of get those thoughts out into the ether. See what you guys think. Let me know. Everybody's got their opinions. I want to hear yours. But it's been fun rolling with you. Sorry I was a little inconsistent there and took off because I just hated the game. But I've never seen a game fix itself on a patch quite like this game has. So cheers to the SDS crew, the gameplay crew, for implementing that patch. And while maybe the game didn't significantly get overhauled, the communication that patch provided us was enough for me to get back into it, and you know, it's kind of all you ask for. So overall, good job. I think the product all together so far has been great. Obviously, the game's not over. It won't be over for another, 5 months until the new season. What is it? Is it 5 or 6 months from now? I don't remember. I'm not good with math. I was not told there would be any sort of calendar adjustments. So, there you go. This will be turning into a Madden channel, probably. Uploads here in a few days from stream. Still haven't fully fleshed it out what this channel is going to evolve to, but it will be Madden. And I'll see you soon. There will be a couple-day break on this channel. But that's the wrap for SDS for me this year for content. Unless Madden is absolutely trash. And I don't expect it to be. I think Ultimate Team will be fine. It's good. It's been good. Going back to being a consumer instead of a producer. Content creator on the game. Well, I'll meet you on the diamond. See you later.